With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 1 of 4.
Etc.
What we should know is not the Jesus in person or the Buddha in body would appear to us again on this earth to teach us anything, but it is the Spirit. And when a Spirit from God descends upon earth, it can be housed in any kind of body.
Y cuando el Espíritu de Dios desciende sobre la tierra, puede ser hospedado en cualquier cuerpo.
Therefore, Jesus was a very realized saint, and he understood this, and he never claimed that he was the only one capable to do anything that he did. He was the only one, but at that time only.
Please stay with us for this enlightening lecture.
Vegan. To leave children the best inheritance.
Mindful viewers, when you say Assalamu alaikum in the Karakal Pakistan language, you're saying hello and wishing peace be with you all at once. I'm Akbar. The earth was created as a welcoming home for every living creature, generously sharing its gifts with both human and animal people alike. The down-to-earth people of Karakal, Pakistan understand this and appreciate your efforts in preserving our planet and protecting our animal friends by living a vegan lifestyle. God bless you. In western Uzbekistan, the largely desert region of Karakal, Pakistan, is located near the Aral Sea in the Amu Darya Basin. A special landmark in the Karakal, Pakistan is the UNESCO-designated site, known as the Lower Amu Darya State Biosphere Reserve. This nearly 69,000-hectare area encompasses part of the Amu Darya River at the foothills of the Sultan Uzdag mountain range. The biosphere is strictly protected to conserve the riverside's unique old-growth Tugai woodlands, as well as many rare and endangered animal and plant species. The Karakalpak people originated in the Neolithic era, with the fortresses of Janpik Kala and Ayaz Kala still standing as a testament to the civilizations of ancient times. Further evidence of this rich cultural heritage can be found in places like the Nukus Museum of Art, located in the region's capital city. This museum is home to a remarkable display of some 90,000 exhibits, ranging from traditional jewelry to paintings, all collected by artist Igor Savitsky, who also contributed his own work. The traditional music of Karakal, Pakistan contains lyrical poems that represent core values of the culture, based on rich mythological and epic traditions. Two styles of music characterize the songs: Jira or throat singing and Baxi. Among the most famous Jira musicians was Dijan Jirao, an 18th century singer-storyteller who is still revered by the Karakalpak people today. Baxi musicians include Adjiniyaz, who lived in the 19th century, and Berdakh, considered the founder of Karakalpak literature. We are happy to present dazzling Karakal, Pakistan to you, incredible viewers. We thank you for choosing the lifestyle befitting the children of Allah by becoming vegan. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world, the needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees, and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with share. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is a beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only human beings are the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack. You happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in Central Olac, or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe,
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia,
All religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia,
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves the Supreme Master.
Africa,
I will show you how to get direct teaching
and South America.
and keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
As well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real, lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse. It's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Lucy Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and First Place Silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards, 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream. And in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master, for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, with a deep affinity for Costa Rica, has graced the country with her presence on numerous occasions. In 1991, prompted by the sincere requests of spiritual seekers, she traveled to the country to impart her wisdom and insights. In this enlightening lecture, Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, delves into profound topics such as distinctions between God-chosen ones and God-realized saints, the purpose of human life in realizing God, and the essential role of a spiritual practice for both personal and global upliftment. We now invite you to join us for part 3 of this enlightening lecture titled The One Who Realizes God and the Messiah, given by Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, in Costa Rica, May 29, 1991.
And I love you so. People ask me how I live till now. I told them
God in His almighty highest level cannot reach us directly.
Y entonces Dios en su altísimo nivel no puede alcanzarnos a nosotros directamente.
Because between our thinking, our way of life, our perceptions and God, there is a great distance.
Porque entre nuestra vida, entre nuestra manera de vivir, entre nuestra manera de llevar nuestra vida y Dios hay una gran distancia.
In order to bridge this distance, Jesus, for example, had to come.
Y para acortar esta distancia, por ejemplo, Jesús tuvo que venir.
When Jesus appeared on earth, most of the people did not recognize him.
Cuando Jesús apareció en la tierra, muchas de las personas de aquel tiempo no lo reconocieron.
Even though there were many prophecies at that time predicting that the Messiah was coming, the Savior was coming.
A pesar de que había muchas predicciones en aquel tiempo y muchas profecías que decían que el Salvador, que el Mesías iba a venir.
But when he finally came, they could not believe it.
Pero cuando finalmente él vino, la gente no lo pudo creer.
It is also because of the fantasies of our mind.
También esto se debió a las fantasías de nuestra mente.
They fancy that if the Son of God came, he must be glorious, he must be different from everybody else. Probably the nose should grow on the head.
La fantasía de que el Hijo de Dios que viniera debía ser en gloria y debía ser muy diferente de nosotros, algo así como tener tal vez la nariz en la frente o algo así.
I just remember how the Buddha was depicted in the Buddhist scriptures, and I couldn't help laughing. I'm sorry.
Es que me estoy acordando de cómo Buda es representado en las escrituras búdicas y no puedo impedir reír.
It's good that you don't know Buddhism.
Gracias a Dios, ustedes no conocen el budismo.
Otherwise, you probably laugh to death.
Porque de otra manera tal vez ustedes se reirían hasta morirse de risa.
Do you want to hear how the Buddha looked like?
¿Quieren ustedes oír cómo es Buda según esas escrituras?
According to the scriptures.
De acuerdo a esas escrituras, ¿quieren oírlo?
Do you want to hear or you don't like Buddhism?
¿Quieren escucharlo
Yes?
o no les gusta el budismo?
Okay. Don't blame me and don't think I'm preaching Buddhism to you.
Bueno, entonces si quieren
Okay.
escucharlo, no me culpen y no piensen que les estoy predicando budismo.
Now, the Buddha was supposed to have 80 different marks as superior marks and 32 beautiful, significant identifications, kind of a holy signs.
Buda se supone que tenga 80 diferentes formas y por lo menos 32 diferentes cosas que lo identifican.
Now, I will just tell you a few, okay, because I cannot list them. Oh, I forgot all about it.
Y yo les voy a hacer una pequeña, no puedo hacerles la lista completa, pero les voy a decir algunas, por ejemplo.
Also, I don't want to remember all this because it confuses my mind about how the Buddha should look.
Además, tampoco quiero recordarlas todas porque confunde mi mente acerca de cómo Buda debe ser.
Okay, according to these so-called scriptures, the Buddha's tongue was so long.
Bueno, de acuerdo a estas escrituras, la lengua de Buda era tan larga.
And his ears were so big.
Y sus orejas tan grandes.
And his hair was curling all over his body like a sheep person.
Y su pelo tan largo que se enroscaba todo alrededor de su cuerpo, como las ovejas.
And also, he was supposed to have a big lump of flesh sticking up on his head, all red like this, up to here. Yeah.
Y se suponía,
like a horn, you know, like a unicorn, perhaps.
Y se suponía que debe tener un gran pedazo de carne que le salía de la parte alta de su cabeza, algo así como un unicornio.
Can you imagine when the Buddha talked and his tongue was sticking out so long like this? Would it not frighten anybody?
Ustedes se pueden imaginar a Buda así y se lo pueden imaginar hablando y moviendo la lengua tan larga. ¿No asustaría a cualquiera un Buda así?
And he was supposed to walk like a swan. You know how the swan walks? No, you know the goose. You know how the goose walks?
Y se supone que caminaba como un ganso. ¿Ustedes han visto caminar a los gansos?
Yeah, and those are supposed to be the holy signs.
Y se suponía que esos eran los signos santos.
And his face supposed to be like the lion.
Y se suponía que tenía una cara de león.
And his shoulders like the bear.
Y unos hombros de oso.
Many more animal signs, but I don't want to say more.
Y muchos otros signos animales, pero ya no les quiero decir más.
In conclusion, the Buddha looks like a very strange creature.
En conclusión, Buda se supone que fuera como pareciera una criatura muy, muy extraña.
If I were to see him, I probably would say no thanks.
Si yo lo viera así, probablemente yo diría no, muchas gracias.
You understand?
¿Entienden?
Okay. So now, if any Buddha is supposed to come to this world, and people would look for these kinds of signs.
Así es que si se supone que un Buda deba venir a esta tierra y las personas buscan este tipo de signos,
then we would be at the end.
Entonces estaremos acabados.
Because I don't think we can find anybody suitable.
Porque yo creo que no podríamos encontrar a nadie que llene ese puesto.
So, Jesus was lucky because he lived only 3.5 years after his public appearance.
Jesús tuvo suerte de vivir únicamente 3 años y medio después de su aparición pública.
If he had lived any longer, probably people would have made more things of his appearance, like the Buddhas.
Si él hubiera tenido que vivir más tiempo, posiblemente la gente hubiera inventado más cosas acerca de su apariencia, tal vez como Buda.
And then it would take us longer ages to wait for him to reappear again as promised, because we will look for someone like that.
Y entonces tendríamos que esperar mucho, mucho, mucho tiempo para que Él volviera a venir como lo ha prometido, porque tendríamos que esperar una persona que parezca y que llene todos esos signos.
But what we should know is not the Jesus in person or the Buddha in body would appear to us again on this earth to teach us anything, but it is the Spirit.
Lo que debemos entonces saber es que no Jesús en su cuerpo físico o no Buda en su cuerpo físico van a aparecer de nuevo sobre esta tierra para enseñarnos, sino que va a aparecer su espíritu.
And when a spirit from God descends upon earth, it can be housed in any kind of body.
Y cuando el Espíritu de Dios desciende sobre la tierra, puede ser hospedado en cualquier cuerpo.
Therefore, Jesus was a very realized saint, and he understood this, and he never claimed that he was the only one capable to do anything that he did.
Por eso es que Jesús fue un santo muy, muy realizado, que había realizado mucho, mucho la santidad y que nunca se atribuyó ser él solo el que podía hacer lo que estaba haciendo.
He was the only one, but at that time only.
Él fue el único en ese tiempo.
And when he finished his earth life, someone else would come.
Y cuando él terminó su vida en la tierra, entonces otro debía venir.
No, not really someone else. It is another kind of body which clothes the same power, the same spirit. You understand?
No, no es realmente otro que debía venir, es el mismo espíritu que debía estar vestido en otro cuerpo. ¿Entienden ustedes?
And anybody who houses this power from God, we call the chosen one or the Son of God.
Y cualquier cuerpo que encierre este Espíritu de Dios es lo que nosotros llamamos el elegido, el Hijo de Dios.
God chooses whom He likes to be His Messiah.
Dios escoge a quien Él quiera que sea su Mesías.
It's not even our choice.
Ni siquiera es nuestra escogencia.
We can aspire to be one. We can make ourselves ready, purified, and available, but God chooses.
Nosotros podemos prepararnos, podemos desear ser, podemos ir a una preparación verdaderamente, pero es Dios el que escoge.
In each era, there may be one or two chosen ones.
En cada era hay tal vez uno o dos elegidos.
That's why it is a little rare.
Por eso es que los elegidos son tan raros.
We could be saints, we could be holy, we could be realized persons, but we don't need to be a Messiah, a prophet.
Pero nosotros podemos ser santos, ser benditos, sin necesidad de ser un Mesías o un profeta.
Even then, we could help the whole world, the whole universe a great deal, without having to be an openly chosen one from God.
Y aún así le podemos hacer un gran bien al mundo siendo un profeta aún sin ser el elegido.
That is the only difference between a Messiah or a chosen one and a realized person.
Esa es la única diferencia entre el elegido y una persona que ha cumplido la realización de Dios.
In a God-realized person, there is God power, there is God realization. But in a chosen one, please. Yeah.
En una persona que ha completado la realización de Dios está el poder de Dios, hay poder de Dios, pero en un elegido
there is totally everything.
Está totalmente todo, se encuentra todo.
in order to help humankind, in order to suffer, and in order to glorify God personally.
Esto ocurre para ayudar a la especie humana, para glorificar a Dios y para ayudar a Dios personalmente.
Therefore, contemporarily with Jesus and Buddha were many other saints.
Por eso, al mismo tiempo que Jesús y que Buda estaban aquí, había otros santos también.
But they didn't have to suffer the way Jesus did.
Pero no tuvieron que sufrir de la manera que Jesús sufrió.
Because they were not the chosen one.
Porque ellos no eran el elegido.
Therefore, Jesus has said, "No one goes to the Father except through me."
Por eso Jesucristo dijo, nadie va al Padre sino a través de mí.
But then he also said, "After I leave, I will send comforters to you."
Pero también dijo, una vez que yo me haya ido, yo les enviaré confortadores.
So grieve not.
Así que no tengan pena.
Also, he has promised that whatever he can do, his disciples can do too.
También él prometió que todo lo que él había hecho, sus discípulos podrían hacerlo también.
And maybe he said even greater, no? Is that right? Even do better than him. Is that what he said? Yeah? Yes.
Y también él dijo que inclusive podrían hacer prodigios aún mayores.
So that means everyone could realize God and be as great as Jesus was.
Esto quiere decir que cada uno puede obtener la realización de Dios y ser tan grandes como fue Jesús.
But whether we will be the chosen one or not, that is up to the Almighty's will.
Pero si seremos el elegido o no, esto depende únicamente de la voluntad del Todopoderoso.
Actually, not many people have the very high hope to attain the position of Jesus or Buddha.
La verdad es que no muchas personas tienen la esperanza de alcanzar la posición que alcanzaron Buda o Jesús.
Therefore, people always say, well, Jesus is the only one, or Buddha is the only one.
Y por eso muchas veces las personas dicen, Jesús es el único, o Buda es el único.
In a way, it is true, but it's not.
De cierta manera es cierto, pero de cierta manera no lo es.
Otherwise, Jesus would not have told us that whatever I can do, you can do better.
Porque de otra manera Jesús nunca nos hubiera dicho, todo lo que yo puedo hacer, ustedes lo podrán hacer y aún más.
We don't need to hope to become like Buddha or Jesus, world famous, but we could aspire to be God realized and to be of help to ourselves and whomever we are in touch with.
Peace is happening around our world.
There are many countries who have taken actions to promote peace and foster amity among peoples and governments. The following is one of them. Etc.
September 2023. Yemeni Houthi rebels meet with Saudi Arabian government officials over 5 days to discuss resolving the conflict in Yemen. By creating peace, we all can make a loving, serene, and prosperous world.
As close as this, they probably have lived with each other for a very long time.
tomorrow on Words of Wisdom.
So you may ask me, then why should we practice? Why should we meditate on God?
Así que ustedes ahora pueden preguntarme entonces por qué debemos practicar, por qué debemos meditar en Dios.
We must, because otherwise we would suffer too much.
Porque de otra manera tendremos que sufrir demasiado.
Also the whole race of mankind will suffer.
Y toda la humanidad tendrá que sufrir.
Since ancient times, our world has undergone many evolutions, and it has become more civilized today because of many people who follow the teachings of the masters. When a master comes to earth, not only are the disciples uplifted and shown wisdom, but the whole of humankind is purified, is uplifted to a certain higher level of consciousness.
In vegetarianism as practice, we view all sentient beings, fish, birds, cows, bugs, etc., as equal to ourselves. This becomes a practice to develop equanimity to all sentient beings. Philip Glass, vegetarian.
Splendid viewers, thank you for your company today for Words of Wisdom. Please join us again tomorrow for The One Who Realizes God and the Messiah, Part 4 of 9. Coming up next is The Childhood Home of Lord Jesus Christ, Vegetarian, Sisters of Nazareth Archaeological Site, Part 2 of 2, right after Noteworthy News. May you forever be blessed.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not rich.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW.